Hey friends, welcome to this video. I'm Brian, and I've got some things to say about the Salomon Sense Ride 3 after running 450 miles in this bad boy. So let's get started. So for the last year, I've lost 55 pounds, and trail running has been a pretty big part of that experience. And this Salomon shoe has been along for most of that ride. And I've got 3 points that I want to make about this shoe after 450 miles. So usually with my running shoes, they don't last 450 miles, and I'm super happy that I got this far in this particular pair. One of the areas that always goes out for me is on this side on each of my shoes. It sort of blows out, but in the Salomon, I've got this protective layer here that sort of moves all the way around the shoe that I know is designed for, you know, when you hit rocks on the trail and everything else, but I think it's sort of kept my shoe from blowing out from the inside, so I've appreciated the design in that particular way. Another area where I have issues is right in here, and the Salomon, after 450, failed in this particular spot. I'm happy that it got to 450, and in fact, I just noticed this yesterday, it ripping from the heel. So I'm going to be in the market for a new shoe pretty soon, as it turns out. Maybe the Sense Ride 4. The second point I want to make about this shoe is I've really enjoyed the fit. Gusseted tongue here, doesn't really go anywhere, doesn't move all that much from side to side. And this lacing system that I wasn't too crazy about when I first got the shoe has tended to be a game changer for me, because when this isn't moving and I lock this down to go for a run, 95% of the time I feel like I have this custom fit with the shoe. And so there's not a lot of fussing with this. It's just sort of grab and go, and that's something I've appreciated about this particular Salomon shoe. Now the third point that I wanted to bring up was the lacing system, and this is a minor thing, maybe in that 5% range. If 95% of the time the shoe just is grab and go, 5% of the time when I'm running in like really wet conditions, sometimes this lacing system will come down just a little bit. And I'm talking really wet, like summer thunderstorm, I'm caught in it for an hour, or I'm running in snowy, slushy stuff. The shoe gets soaking wet, and then I'll need to stop every so often to be able to just tug it a little bit to make it a little bit tighter. But other than that, you know, 5% of the time, that's a pretty good trade-off for having 95% of the time of this working just exactly the way you want it to. No fuss, no nothing, just put them on your feet, tighten them up, go for a run. I think that's all you can ask for some days. So after 450 miles, would I buy this shoe again? Totally, if I could find any on the internet. Either right now, there's only 8s or 15s left on the market. I'll be looking at the Sense Ride 4 for sure, now that I know that this is happening with the back of the shoe. I think as a teacher person that I am, I'm on a limited budget, and I don't have a lot of running shoes laying around that I can go to and test out. You know, I wish I had 3 or 4 pairs of different kinds for different conditions, but I don't. And what I found with this particular brand and shoe is that I get good value for money, and that's what I really need. I just need to pay anywhere from $100 to $120 for a shoe that I know is going to get me 6 to 9 months worth of running, hopefully longer. Maybe the Sense Ride 4 will pick up and get me 500 miles, and this won't happen, but we'll see. So if you found this content valuable, give it a like and maybe think about subscribing, and I appreciate you sticking till the end. We'll see you in the next one, and we'll see you on the trail.